Tim, you've got to. Did you hear about the news, man? I know you definitely had to have heard about this news, man. It's crazy. It is the greatest thing that has ever happened within the world of professional wrestling. I'm sorry, sports entertainment. The gods upon high from Connecticut have created the greatest, possibly the greatest champion they've ever had ever. I don't know how they do it, but it's wonderful. Did you hear? Goldberg is now the Universal Champion. It's great. It's great. It's huge. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. This will sell everything for WrestleMania. You know it. I know it. We all know it. It's amazing. Did you hear about that?
Adam, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you talking about?
Dude, put the pipe down. It's too strong for you. It's too strong.
Nope. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that has ever... No. I mean, Vince McMahon is a god at booking. I gotta say that right now. Now.
Okay, if it's not the pipe, then why the fuck are you kissing Vince's ass? He's paying you. Oh my God, he's paying you money.
I can neither confirm nor deny the rumor at this time.
Yeah. Hey, no. Half that money's part of that money's mine. I want my.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
And this week we've got predictions for AEW. I had a minor stroke during the opening. I don't remember what happened, but we're here. We're ready. We've got some... we actually do have to talk about what went down at the No Holds Barred parking lot brawl outside of Titan Towers.
It was in
the ratings.
Towers this year? It was in Titan Towers this year?
Yes. The back desert parking lot. It's rarely used. Nobody really knows it's there. But, this year they decided to put on a little show back there.
Well, maybe they should actually tell some of their employees, because I know there's been contention of not having enough parking spots at Titan Tower. So someone should probably inform the employees that actually exists. It would solve all their problems.
It would. But, who knows? Anyway.
We gotta do predictions.
Yeah, we gotta start off with good news. Predictions for AEW Revolution. Okay, after this week's Dynamite, I am really, really looking forward to this into this show.
I actually watched it. Live for a change.
What? I
was slipping back and forth between NXT here and there. AEW had a far superior show.
Yes.
Far superior show.
Both, I gotta say, their use of social media is by far way better. The use of just the internet in general and internet buzz for AEW is way above WWE could ever expect. More accurately, not viewer. What's the word I'm looking for? Fan interaction. That, but it's not necessarily fan interaction because there's an entire marketing term regarding it. But just the amount of people that are able to interact with, the management, the wrestlers themselves, even some of the guys who work on production are just like, do you know how awesome it is to work for this company right now? This place is great.
Yeah. They're actually looking for an accountant. I saw it on LinkedIn.
I wish I had my, CPA?
Yeah. So, but we do have a pay-per-view to predict. I do have some bones to pick with AEW about one of the matches, but when we get to that matchup, we'll cover it.
Okay.
But so there is a total of 8 matches. 1 for the pre-show.
Yes.
Or the buy-in. And 7 for the main card, according to Wikipedia. We have 2 questions so to help try to solve any ties. And if we tie, there's a tie here, we will go to the simulator.
Okay.
Where we'll each pick a match. We won't base off our picks here. We'll actually just go what we think the simulator will pick. And go back. And that will break the ultimate tiebreaker if we get a tie.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the pre-show. This is SoCal Uncensored versus the Dark Order.
Now, it does seem to be a handicap match. Because it's SoCal... Oh, no, never mind. Christopher Daniels is just coming out, and the Dark Order has Alex Reynolds and John Silva coming out. Sorry, while reading it, it just, on Wikipedia, did not seem to specifically say... Like, all it says is tag team match. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, is it a 3-on-4 tag team match? No, it's just everyone from the teams are out. Okay.
Yeah. So, and Evil Uno told Daniels that after this matchup, he will realize he is obsolete.
Yeah,
Matt Hardy teased there. Though it's an interesting note that Luke Owens from Wrestle Talks believes all this Matt Hardy stuff is red herring. It's not going to be him. So it'll be interesting to see.
It would be cool if the swerve really is it's Christopher Daniels.
I think that's that's the obvious other one.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be Matt Hardy, that would be my next pick immediately.
Yeah.
Instantly. So I don't think if it's not going to be Matt Hardy, I think it's going to be someone we weren't expecting. Adam Page.
The Young Bucks.
But no, so
it's Cody.
So it will be interesting to see here, but Matt Hardy's contract expires at midnight on Saturday.
Yes.
And now there has been a play to make him happy, so he'll re-sign a contract, even to the point of possibly going and working in NXT.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't think his broken stuff would work in NXT.
No. Also, he said that one of the reasons that he was looking elsewhere was because of creative.
Yeah. Well, he'd have more creative freedom down in NXT, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think his that character would work well down there.
Plus, his brand of creativity might not work in NXT either.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
It just won't work down. I don't think it's going to work in NXT.
No.
So it will be interesting to see if that'll leave us to one of our questions, but we'll get to the questions after we do our predictions. So, Adam.
Yes.
As you are the challenger to the current champion, this guy, the Tim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get the first pick.
Of course I get the first pick, because the coolest person gets the first pick. All right, so I'm actually going to go with the Dark Order on this one.
Ooh.
Dark Order is going to get the win. This is where we find out that it's actually... and then they just... Well, all 4 of them... It starts with beating up Scorpio Sky, and but eventually they just specifically are targeting Daniels.
Yeah. I'm going to go with you on this one as well, the Dark Order.
Really? God, I was hoping you'd go with SCU. SCU!
Yeah, with the whole thing about the Exalted One and the hype on that, it's got to be... They got to keep the Dark Order strong.
Yes. I think it's still going to be a pretty underhanded win, but...
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so Adam, here comes the first matchup, number 7 according to Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
A match that was just made this past Wednesday.
Yes, it was.
With barely any build.
It doesn't need build.
Which is works perfectly, which is going to be a contrary to the next match after that I have to talk about. But this is Pac against freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Orange Cassidy's first singles matchup in AEW.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Sorry, I am really excited about it.
I don't think there's a person you could put in AEW, you could put Orange Cassidy in his first matchup that is better than the Bastard Pac.
Maybe
you
Kenny?
You could say Kenny Omega, but that's not the thing. The Bastard Pac is going to get more and more pissed.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Orange Cassidy's not trying.
Yeah.
And the two personalities would just purposely clash perfectly. Where Kenny would be like, come on, man, try something. Let's go out and have which would work, but at the same time, it wouldn't be that kind of, or the mind frame of, I'm a bastard. If you don't try, I'm going to end you.
Yeah. Type
mind frame. And then he constantly just stops Pac from being able to do things. It pissing himself off even more. So it's a great matchup. Adam, I'm going to give you one more in a row.
Yes, I'm going Orange Cassidy on this one.
Ooh. It's a tough one. For me, this is a tough one. Pac just lost a brutal and awesome 30-minute Iron Man match to Kenny Omega in overtime on Wednesday. So going into this one, do they want to beat Pac again? But do you want to have Orange Cassidy lose on his first match?
Right.
It's a tough one. I'm going to go Pac.
Okay. I actually can see a way to keep Orange Cassidy on the level that Orange Cassidy is on, because I can't say strong or anything like that, but you know, he's on a direction. Would be that he gets counted out.
Yep. I mean, he's been part of 6-man tag matches that have lost.
Yeah.
So it's not like he hasn't had a loss. It's just his first debut singles match. So that's going to be the question. Do they want to, if anything, by the end of this video, though, I might switch that out. But we'll see. All right, Adam, our next matchup is the one of 3 championship matches, because AEW only has 3 championships right now, which is actually a good thing for the startup. It is new champion Nyla Rose defending against Chris Statlander for the AEW World Women's Championship. Now, I have some problems with this.
Okay. What is your problems with this?
A few weeks ago, when Nyla Rose beats Rio for the championship, it kind of seemed like a new reboot of the women's division. You had Chris Statlander the next week coming out, going back to the ring, to the back. Nyla Rose is coming out for an interview. They kind of have a stare down. Swole comes out and gets in Nyla Rose's face as well. It seemed like there's could be a story building. That was last week. This week, this match was announced over the internet.
Yes.
Nothing happened on the show to build this.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
This is the exact opposite of the match before that we just predicted, where they did build the matchup by actually having a Pac attack Orange Cassidy when he came out.
Yeah.
Which was there, but it was like, that's the only build. There was a build 2 weeks ago, barely. And they just kind of announced it, and it's just nothing this go-home show. Way to solve your women's division problems by not building, which looked like we're going to actually get a storyline around the championship, and we get this.
That's true. They definitely did drop the ball here. This could have been part of Dynamite in some way, probably a segment more than anything else. But I'm still happy that we're getting a match.
Yeah.
WWE would have not even given us a match.
No, they would have done the exact same thing. They would have just announced it the day of, though.
Yeah, suddenly it's on the card, and you're like, whoa, all right, I guess that's happening. Oh, and it would have been like
now,
somebody that we don't even know about. It's like Alicia Fox versus Becky, and you're like, why Alicia? It doesn't make any sense.
So now, I do agree with some of the talk on Wrestle Talk. They said, now this is a match to get us through the pay-per-view, and they actually have now a plan going forward to Double or Nothing.
Yes.
So just to kind of get us through there, because maybe they couldn't have Nyla Rose and Rio at the pay-per-view because she's not available that date or something like that. That's why they did the title change ahead of time. Or I'm fine with that, but still, you could have done something.
Yeah, I know.
A quick 30 seconds in the back, or another stare down,
or
something to at least hype it up.
Just literally on the Go Home show, a number one contenders match.
Well, they did. They had that technically, but it wasn't for the number one contenders match. It's for the winner gets the fatal 4-way. The winner gets basically a future shot, apparently, which I did not hear that at all in the announcements for the match or in the. They said that, so I don't know where Wrestle Talk got that, but I had no idea until they said that. So,
okay,
but I'll believe that was actually what the match was for when they actually say she's the number one contender. Shida is the number one contender, but again, we'll see this and figure out from there. But yes, we definitely need after this pay-per-view, they need to start putting storylines around the Women's Championship.
Yes.
And a second women's storyline that you can have at a pay-per-view. There should be a second women's match up here. Even on the pre-show or the buy-in, but it's not. So, but we'll get past that.
Okay.
It's obviously Nyla Rose is going to retain here. So
yes.
I'm going with Nyla
Go
Rose.
ahead and put me down for Nyla as well. It's going to be at Double or Nothing that will have Rio versus Nyla.
It's going to be Chris Statlander for you.
I mean, she's a kooky and odd character and totally fits in with the counterculture of today. So, yes, I can't say that I enjoy her. It's more she's a pleasant oddity. The same way, I mean, I'm way more of a Orange Cassidy fan.
Yeah.
Like just over the past 2019 into 2020, I've just been like, yeah, dude, I get you. Why try any harder?
The Chris Statlander, she's when I first saw her, I wasn't really impressed with her. She was decent, okay in the ring.
Yep.
Some of the other matches I've seen of her since were better. I just don't think the whole alien thing is working for me. That's why. But she definitely can go in the ring. I definitely think she has tons of potential. But you got to give her time to evolve this, which they're not even doing for the title shot. So that's my big pet peeve. But I'll give her time, enough time to do it. But the AEW's got to start giving these women time to shine, not just in the ring, but in characters.
Yeah.
So, but all right, we're gonna move on to the next matchup. It is Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara, and but Darby Allin is so fucking over right now.
Yeah.
Like,
and oddly enough, more that I see about Sammy Guevara, the more I'm going, I actually like this kid. Like at first I was like, I hate this guy. But like the more that I'm seeing him not be his not truly being or taking that character, taking that Sammy and putting him in other things, the more I'm going, I actually like this kid.
When he came out when they announced AEW and he was like the junior heavyweight champion for AAA.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I see a bit of a swagger, a potential here. Then I can't remember what his first matchup was outside the Battle Royale, because I think he was in that. But his actual a match, and like he lost, wasn't really impressed with it, and like they hyped him up big time. And his first match he didn't really deliver. His next few matches, like during like he had just nope. But once he joined the inner circle, he still kind of just felt like an oddity. But in the last few months, he's really been taking a shot, like figuring out how to adapt that character for AEW, an American audience, and really do that. And also, I've seen a few on his YouTube channel some of the behind the scenes stuff that he kind of just goes to.
That's the Sammy that I've been checking out lately. Like not necessarily his YouTube channel, but like he went to when they were in Austin. Jurassic Express, Sammy, and Leva Bates all visited the Achievement Hunter offices. And just seeing, there's a moment where they're teaching Lindsay how to be a bad guy, a heel. And she's like, okay. Sammy's like, okay, you're going to ask somebody for a drink. As soon as they go to give it to you, slap it out of their hand. Just be like, that's not my drink. Go get me a this instead. He's like, because it's not about them actually getting you the drink. It's about the power over them that you just showed. And she's like, okay. She's like, hey, Jack, come over here. Bring me my drink. He brings it over. She just grabs it and takes a drink. She's like, thanks, Jack. Sammy's like, takes it out of her hand and literally chucks it back at Jack. Their office is an editing office. The amount of equipment that's in there is ridiculous. Sammy immediately just turns around and you're like, he regretted that decision immediately. He turns around and he's like, yeah, that was a bad. You know what, Jack? I'm really sorry. I know how much things cost in here because I too have a channel. And they're like, yeah, you do. And it's pretty successful. He's like, so I know how much these computers cost and you have a lot of them over there. I'm sorry. Just like totally embarrassed.
But the one I saw was like he was going to a show and in the locker room, he was going around looking for the locker room. And then he's like, I ran into this guy. It's Friday. And he moves the camera and it's Brody Lee. He's like, you know what that means. And he walks off.
I was like, oh, Brody Lee. AEW confirmed. So, hashtag AEW all in.
So we do know, so he's been getting wrong on me. And these two, I'm making prediction for Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin. These two are going to be, they're going to have the rivalry of The Rock and Austin.
I think so.
Throughout their careers in wrestling, they're finding that thing that they're perfect to feud off against each other, and will be able to push each other to the next level, and they're going to come up and move up over each other. So, but we're gonna go with this one. I am gonna go with a Darby Allin, though. I have a feeling Sammy Guevara is gonna win this one, but I think they want to go with this one. They'll go with Darby to give him the pop. While Darby cost Guevara the match on Wednesday, Guevara got the heat right back later in the night when he came out and broke his skateboard over Darby's head.
So okay, all right. I like your idea. I'm saying that Sammy's going to win here. And the reason for it is that Darby's going to go one step, not too far, but he's going to put too much of a risk. He's going to do something that's way too risky. It's going to backfire, and Sammy's just going to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, so we're going to move on to Jake Hager. For some reason, I keep on calling him Jack because, you know, his name from WWE. But Jake Hager versus Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, God.
I'm going to put Jake Hager down for both of us because it's a debut match, and they're not going to beat him on his opening match.
Oh, no.
If they do, that'd be sad.
I'm looking at it and going, yeah, this is going to be one of those hard-hitting matches of the night.
Yeah.
It's going to be, like, actually ridiculous. You're going to see both men push themselves to their absolute limit. I'm calling it now. Dustin's going to get split open, and we're not going to know where his blood ends and the ink from the paint it begins. It's just going to look like when between him and his brother, that the Rhodes family likes to bleed. It's kind of a weird thing.
So, with that matchup, there's a reason why they're putting him with Dustin for this his first matchup. It's because he was not known for being able to have a good match in WWE.
No.
Yes, he could wrestle amateurly, but his matches weren't the best or the most entertaining. And people have seen him on the independent scene, and he said that he's a lot better. It was WWE's booking style and also he was still learning at that point.
Right.
Even when he so and near the end of his tenure, he was starting to have even smaller matches, shorter matches. You could start to see things had started to click.
Right. He was the classic example of what happened during the, I don't know if you want to call it post. Yeah, it technically is post Ruthless Aggression. During that time, a lot of guys got pushed way earlier or brought up way earlier than they should have been.
Yep. So for him, this match is to put him with Dustin, who can go, just so it can show just how good he actually is.
Right.
So, all right, we had that one. Now we're gonna move on to the second match of championship match of the night. It is going to be Kenny Omega and Adam Page defending their World Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks. And this is like the hottest story in wrestling going right now.
Oh, it is.
Will Page turn on Kenny? Will Kenny turn on Page? Will the Young Bucks turn on both of them? Will the championship change hands? There's so many questions here. Will Page be sober?
See, if Page isn't sober coming out for this match, I'm right then and there. I know that they're going to drop the belts, and it'll be Kenny and the Young Bucks turning on Page, basically telling him to go get sober.
Yeah.
But
okay, so Adam, this one's for you.
Okay.
Who are you gonna pick?
I am saying that Omega and Page are retaining their championships.
Ooh. Okay, because there's an Adam involved.
Yes, kind of.
Oh, by the way,
yeah. You know what?
Are you gonna read Adam Page's book?
Probably. I mean, I'm actually more excited about the Young Bucks book than Page's book. But
how dare you? It's written by an Adam about an Adam in his wonderful adventures.
I know that.
Way to support other Adams, you bastard. Anyway, I'm going with Cage, Kenny Omega and Page as well.
Okay.
I don't think it's the time for the Young Bucks to win the championship yet.
No. This also is helping, as you said a while ago. We've said it a couple of times. Page kind of needs a secondary title. Like, he needs to be the secondary title guy to build him up to being a main event guy.
Yeah.
And right now that's the tag team title.
I think I think they do need to bring a secondary title in, but before they can do that, they have to get their women's division under wraps before they can bring a secondary title in.
Yes.
Because if they bring a secondary title in before the women's division is going well, it's going to just coast, and you got to get that women's division working.
Right.
It has to. That's their biggest stumbling block, especially when they announce they're gonna have the best women's division in the world, and we've gotten what we've gotten.
Right. I know.
So you have to get that under wraps.
Yeah.
All right, our next matchup is MJF with Wardlow versus Cody with Arn Anderson. Probably the second hottest thing in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Well, at least in AEW, is this feud. I am going with MJF. I think Cody is going to take the dive here because he likes to put over the young talent, but also because you want to get MJF massive, keep that heat going.
Yeah.
Get him a victory over Cody. And you can eventually build to a bigger blow-off match down the line. I would say build it up for the final matchup, like a real big blow-off match between these two at this year's final battle.
Okay.
Not final battle, final When was the one of those in November?
Yeah, I forget. I want this win from MJF because I'm choosing MJF as well. I want this win from him to be an insulting win to Cody.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Wardlow completely Wardlow, if he can do it, does a spine buster to Arn in the ring.
Yeah, Arn's not taking any bumps.
He's the one who straight up neutralizes Arn, and and because of that, MJF is just basically slaps Cody into submission. Like it's pretty much just like, I'm not going to wrestle you, Cody. I'm going to beat you up. That's all I'm going to do here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to beat you up.
I don't know if I would go to that level, but I want the finish to be in a way that it's so humiliating to Cody.
And then I want that to continue and be like from there for a little while after the match, just be an insulting beat up on Cody.
Yeah. So, all right, we got to go to our main event of the evening.
1 second.
It is
MJF wins by low blow. Like he hits it.
No, that's not insulting. That's just normal.
No.
It has to be something else.
He hits it when nobody's looking.
Nope. No. The low blow. If he hasn't been hitting low blows this entire time, it could possibly work. But it's still, even if he hasn't, it's been used too often lately in WWE and other places. It needs to be something else.
Okay, fine.
But anyway, the main event of the evening for the AEW World Championship, Chris Jericho defends against Jon Moxley, where Jon Moxley got laid out with his own paradigm shift on the scale at the weigh-in this past Wednesday.
Yep.
So it will be interesting to see this one. Adam, this one comes down to you.
What do I want to see, or what do I think is actually going to happen?
I want to know what your prediction is. I don't care what you think.
What do I want? I want to see Jon Moxley beat Chris Jericho here.
Yeah. So do I.
What's going to
I don't
happen?
think they're going to.
Chris Jericho is going to retain the championship by any means necessary. Like, I have a feeling that there's going to be a great beatdown by the entire Inner Circle by the end of that match.
See, I would love to see a change of pace here, where you had the match comes down to the Inner Circle is getting involved. Moxie's trying to fight him off if he's going to win, but he's getting beaten down. And then you have Lance Archer make his debut.
Okay.
And come out and clear house because he earned respect from Moxley in his match with New Japan, but also he wants Moxley one more time, and he wants the championship on the line.
Okay. Okay, you book it. It's a ref bump. I'm talking a big ref bump here. Like from behind, chair shot from like, I don't know, Sammy, or either one. Oh yeah, or either one of the whatchamacallit, LAX,
Santino, or
Proud and Powerful. Yes, I keep LAX SAO.
It's a stupid name, Proud and Powerful.
But they take out the ref. Now it's not something that the ref sees, so it's just considered to the ref a bump. Oh, somebody hit me from behind. I'm down. I don't know who it was. I can't turn and go, it was you. Yeah. So he's down. That becomes a beatdown in the ring with Inner Circle on Moxley. Out comes Cade. Lance comes out there, clears house, moves Moxley over. Moxley is done. But Lance lays out Jericho, picks Moxley up, drags him by his arm, pulls him over, picks up the ref, slaps him in the face a few times, gets the ref back to awake, and tells the ref to get his job to get to doing his job. Moxley wins without realizing it. Moxley comes to after the 1, 2, 3. Lance is right there, immediately beats up Moxley.
Now, I don't want Moxley to win that way. I want Lance Archer to come out and clear house.
It's almost a Mick Foley win.
Which allows Moxley to hit the paradigm shift on Jericho, get the win, and then Lance Archer confronts him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be really cool, too.
So,
I like mine. It's a little bit more swervy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want Moxley to be just dragged over because he's beaten down too much. I want him to, like, when he goes to get them hits, like he gets up back up to his feet on his own. Cade doesn't help him up or anything, doesn't drag him. He just clears the ring of the inner circle.
Okay.
And then Moxley gets up and he's done. And Jericho's like, Cade didn't touch him. He's out there. So he's just like, he goes to the Judas elbow and Moxley ducks it, turns around, nails it, and then just hits the paradigm shift dead center of the ring. 1, 2, 3, new champion. If they're going to go with that direction.
That's a total hero moment. And then Lance Archer comes in and confronts Moxley after that.
Yeah. But I'm agreeing with you. I'm going with Chris Jericho. I don't think they're taking the belt.
Yeah, I don't really feel like both of them are total amazing, heartwarming moments, but I don't see Jericho dropping the belt here.
Moxley is right now. I think Moxley is the best person to take the belt off of Jericho, but I don't think they want to take it off him too soon. So they'll rebuild this up for All Out.
Yep. Ooh, that would be good.
There. Actually, I think the best time to take the belt, if you don't want to take the belt off now, but you want Moxley to be put the belt on Moxley, you set it up so you focus off Moxley for the next month. Halfway through April, maybe near the end of April, you start building towards Moxley and Jericho again. But this time, because this way he wins from his 1-year debut at Double or Nothing.
Yes.
But I still think with that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our predictions. We have 2 questions now we must answer.
Okay, what are they?
Will we see the Exalted One's identity be revealed?
Yeah.
And how many championships will change hands? So, now, if this is going to be Matt Hardy, Matt Hardy's contract expires at midnight Saturday.
Yes.
So the pay-per-view would have to go about 4 hours and break the 12 o'clock time to do an angle at the very end of the show.
I don't see it going 4 hours.
So, or it could be, if they want to do, if it's not going to be Matt Hardy, they could do the angle earlier in the night.
Right.
So it doesn't mean it has to be Matt Hardy. So, Adam, I'm going to go with no. I don't think we're going to get the identity.
I have to
If
go
it's Matt
with
Hardy. If it's Matt Hardy, we're not getting it tomorrow. We'll get it at Dynamite. If it isn't Matt Hardy, I'm still going to go no, just because you can't pick both.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to save it for. I think that's better. There's so much going on at this pay-per-view. It would be better to do it at Dynamite because when you have the Dark Order and the buy-in, you're not going to reveal the Exalted One's identity there.
no.
You have to do it in the main card, and if it's Matt Hardy, you have to do it at the end of the show. I just don't think they're going to do it. So my answer is no. Adam, what's your answer?
I don't think they're going to do it here at Dynamite. They're not going to do it here at Revolution. It'll be on Dynamite.
Do you realize this is meant to be a tiebreaker, not a tire?
I know.
All right, Adam. How many championships do you think are going to change hands? This does not have to be based on your predictions.
No, my safe bet is 1.
Safe bet's 1.
Our predictions say 0.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to go 2.
Ooh.
No, I'm going to go 0. I'll just go with my...
Okay.
Because I don't think if we get a title change, it's only going to be 1. We're not going to get 2.
Right. All 3 change hands.
Get 2. All 3 change hands.
Somehow 4 titles change that night. You're like, wait, what?
That won't. Yeah, Nyla Rose defending her first title defense loses the belt. That doesn't bury her.
Somehow Sammy Guevara's and Darby Allin, it's for a belt that's not even in the company. You're like, wait, what?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard of predictions. Now it's your turn. Let us know down in the comment section what you think of our predictions. Give us your predictions for AEW Revolution. And let us know and answer the question of the video. Will the Exalted One's identity be revealed at Revolution? Answer that down in the comment section.
Yeah. Drop right into the comment section. I love it when I see a comment down below.
So, Adam, we're going to move on to the ratings.
Oh, hold on one quick second, though.
No, I'm not. I wait. It's the Tim Show, and you're fired.
Wow.
I waited. You're fired. It's a Tim Show now. We're not talking about wrestling anymore.
No, I had to bring
I'm not
up
a wrestling fan.
Our YouTube channel for a quick second, okay? I gotta say thank you to
your YouTube channel,
to our commenter, Fortune for Shooters. His predictions were Tommaso, the Broserweights, Lee, Ripley, Balor, and Knox.
Nice. So
that sadly was a couple weeks ago, though. I am really sorry about getting back to people.
But yeah, so let us know down in the comment section. Now we're going to move down to the ratings. This being a go-home show to pay-per-view for AEW, were they able to maintain their win streak, or did NXT beat them? Yeah, they won. AEW continued. Like I said, I caught parts of NXT. It was okay. Half the time that I kept tuning in, there were people I've heard their names of, but never actually really seen. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I completely missed the Charlotte Flair and not Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair main event. It's don't care.
Yeah. So that's week 17 that AEW has officially won. Or sorry, 18. Crap.
And it's not 18 weeks they've won in a row.
No. But overall.
Oh, okay.
And NXT is at 6.
This is,
Poor NXT. I wish they were better.
This is 10 weeks. This is 10 weeks in a row they've been
right.
They've been them. And the ratings did go down for the go-home show for AEW.
Oh, no, they did?
But last week drew 893% of viewership. This week they had 865. So it didn't go down by much.
Okay, that's not bad.
And NXT drew 717,000.
Yeah.
Last week they had 794,000.
And kind of a little bit of a drop off there.
Yep. So, but still not too bad. But overall, AEW continues their dominance. It was I can just tell you, the show was just far superior. It was dynamite. It was. I think Triple H is trying to figure out how he's going to do how he's trying to keep the show relevant and exciting for NXT while building up new stars, kind of trying to come up with new storylines and interesting storylines that are going to get people excited, and it's just not working at the moment. I mean, you have Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano again already. And they're clearly trying to hopefully beat Dynamite in their post-Revolution pay-per-view show, because they announced 2 cage matches, for this week, this coming Wednesdays. The second one will be Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong, and the other one, the first one was announced, was Tegan Knox versus Dakota Kai. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. People usually tune in to find out what's going on post pay-per-view. I'm gonna make a prediction here. I think depending on how well Revolution is, how good the pay-per-view
Yep.
is, I think they could break 1 million views.
I really do feel the same way, that if Revolution is a top-notch show, I'm talking like this is,
Yep.
it's got buzz, like hard buzz going through Monday into Tuesday level, because Sunday we expect Revolution buzz, but I'm talking there's still buzz going on Monday and Tuesday. I have a feeling that AEW will break 1 million on Wednesday.
So it all comes down to how good the show
Yes.
is. I'm expecting a fantastic show, especially this was a go-home show. AEW basically told WWE, this is how you do a go-home show to one of your pay-per-view shows, because we actually care about our pay-per-views,
And
unlike you.
And they still dropped, we already discussed this, they still dropped the ball during the go-home show, and it was still a better go-home show than we've seen from the main roster WWE for quite some time.
They didn't drop the ball. They only dropped the ball for a single match.
Oh, okay.
So that's my biggest pet peeve, because the rest of the card was just what I saw was off the charts.
Well, like,
it was great.
We'll say main roster, if they basically dumped a match the night on the go-home show, most of the time we look at it and go, that's cool, you just put a match on the card because these two guys looked at each other weird in the back, and it won't make sense. But Orange Cassidy and Pac actually makes sense. Orange Cassidy was just coming out there. He didn't care.
Also Pac attacked him. If he didn't no attack to happen or anything like that, you could still build a story around it, a match around it, but it wouldn't have been as predictable. It would be a little bit on the WWE style side. You could make the same claim of Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander. Oh wait, but Chris Statlander is the #1 woman. She's the #1 contender because she has the better win-loss record at the moment.
Right.
Oh, win-loss records mean something? So while they didn't technically build anything up to it, at least they built that system is always built in there. She's the #1 contender.
Exactly.
Again, they dropped the ball on building the story around for it. But we'll get through Revolution. We'll see how that match is. And hopefully, coming out of it, they'll have a new direction, and they'll actually spend a lot more time planning out where a story heading for Double or Nothing. Because if they don't, I think I'm just gonna give up on their women's division until they prove me wrong.
Oh, okay, all right. I mean, that's
I don't want to.
Kind of a harsh thing to say.
All right, Adam. We gotta acknowledge something that we don't like to acknowledge.
What's that, Tim? What was that?
We gotta acknowledge the desert parking lot.
The parking lot show from the dirt parking lot behind Titan Towers. That match. I mean, that show.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Look, we don't. I don't like talking about the Saudi show, and that's my personal bias regarding.
Whoa. What is this about the Saudi show? Took place in a dirt.
Okay. I gotta break kayfabe here, bro. No, I don't talk about the Saudi shows because of personal bias. I don't. Okay, I'm going to be upfront. I don't like the Crown Prince and some of the things that he's done. And I don't like the way that these shows are booked and presented for one person's ego. Really, that's what they've been.
Also, I don't agree with how the country handles women and their rights.
Specific, like things within their government and rules and stuff. And I'm just like, no, I don't feel, I'm not comfortable with them.
I heard a thing from Wrestle Talk when they were doing live streaming. Apparently they had trouble, so they came in during, I guess, the Gauntlet match, and Bobby Lashley was coming out, and Lana was with him, and boy, was she covered up, apparently. Like,
okay, no.
You couldn't get more covered up, apparently, as the description was.
Okay.
For Lana.
So, Okay, there's kind of a reason for that also. You have to receive you have to get government approval for a mixed race marriage. Yeah.
Yes. But no, it's still the mind frame, like the whole, also the whole storyline is like sexual stuff. But like, yeah, but still, she was more really covered up. I'm sorry, I don't agree with those terms. That's the reason why I think, and I agree with Punk, as with his response to the Miz. It's blood money.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
It's sellout
you
money.
You can say, you're saying we're trying to make change in Saudi Arabia. We're pushing for the women to have a match. They've had 2 matches here now. Okay. It's still blood money. The Crown Prince is still a dictator who had someone fucking killed.
Okay. You know that we're probably going to get a comment about that. That I was trying not. I was trying not to go in that direction.
I know, but
you have the subtlety of a sledgehammer in the hands of Triple H.
Yes. But anyway, so this is, as Macaulay Culkin put in on Twitter as he tweeted to Goldberg, just canceled my WrestleMania tickets. Thanks, Bill.
Yep. A couple of people, I wouldn't necessarily say that they were celebrities, but, C-listers, D-listers, being like, no, my WrestleMania party's done. Not even having one this year.
Yeah.
I was like, that's mean.
It's one of those things where it's like, I'm glad I gave up on WWE back in the fall, because there was rumors that Bill Goldberg was going to possibly win the Universal Championship anyway. But still, the fact that they went through with it, and as quickly as they did, and WrestleMania, I watched the video about the backlash heat from it and all that. Reddit had tons of comments Twitter. On there. Yeah, but they pointed out like it wasn't a complete squash match. The Fiend did lock in the mandible claw 2 different times. It was a 3 fucking minute match. It was a squash match. It was a squash match. So, and you injured to put over this part-timer out of his prime because he popped a number 1 time.
Yep.
Large. The second time he shows up, he barely pops it a full percent of the rating for the show. And you decide to put the championship on him. You buried your full-grown talent, The Fiend.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan, who went all out and couldn't beat The Fiend. Seth Rollins, the golden boy on Raw, who gave The Fiend quadrillions of curve stomps and couldn't do it. And they had to stop the match in Hell in a Cell to protect The Fiend, ruining him there. The first part, they ruined him.
Yeah.
And then when they did the last Saudi show, and it still wasn't enough. It was... Goldberg didn't need the championship.
Not at all.
If you were going to set up Goldberg and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, it didn't need the fucking title.
Nope. Not at all.
To do that, having Fiend versus John Cena for the championship would have been a far better matchup.
It was. Because I liked the whole idea that it was Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, getting revenge on all of these people while champion, that it screwed him over. And you would have built him great, and then it would have been better at SummerSlam. And we've talked about this. At SummerSlam, you have Roman beat him there.
Oh no! It shouldn't have been Roman. It should have been someone else to completely to be defeated. It probably would have been Roman overall, but yes, 1 year to his debut, he finally loses his match.
Yes.
And that's when you take the belt off him. But no, we get Goldberg, and again, John Cena versus The Fiend. Even if we get that matchup at WrestleMania, it was better for the championship because The Fiend is the champion. Cena's coming in to try to beat Ric Flair's record.
Yeah.
To stop The Fiend And now, who gives a fuck if John Cena wins or loses against The Fiend? You just destroyed him.
Yeah.
You have to power The Fiend back up to make him a threat to John Cena again. And John Cena hasn't wrestled in over a year.
Yeah, I know.
You ruined one of your hottest acts for a person who popped your number once.
Right.
I hope, and I never really hope for anything like this, but this time I actually hope it does. I hope the backlash is so strong. Goldberg gets booed out of SmackDown tonight because we're recording this Friday.
Yep.
The ratings just plummet.
Yes.
I want it so close to barely breaking 1 million views.
Okay.
Like my happiest thing if it didn't break 1 million views. Like SmackDown, like people just revolted and said we're not watching, and only less than 1 million people watched SmackDown.
Oh wow, that's going to be painful.
Because that will tell Vince McMahon you fucked up.
Yeah.
And we can tank your $1 billion deal with Fox that technically wants a 3.0 rating, and they haven't maintained that.
Not at
they
all.
They haven't come close to that.
Segments here and there.
You want to piss us off? We can tank your deal.
Yep.
And apparently Fox has the right to take WWE off the air and move it to like FS1 if they need to. If it's not meeting the ratings. So I want fans to send a message to it. Do I think it's going to happen?
No, not at all.
I think it's going to be a lower rating, but I hope so. I hope there's enough there. But with the hashtag cancel the network, hashtag boycott WrestleMania, I hope is another one that will come up. But this was the stupidest decision you can make.
Like, it's a terrible decision, and it's purely a decision to put this belt on Goldberg to try to sell WrestleMania to a bunch of executives who probably have not been paying attention to wrestling ever. And we're like, oh, we know who Goldberg is because I used to watch in my teens in the late 90s.
Yeah. Again, the rating popped once when he was via satellite. Yep. And then the next time, this past week when he was on there live, the whole overall rating for SmackDown was up 0.9% for the whole episode.
Yep.
Maybe his segment did pop the rating at that point, but it wasn't enough to even increase the entire rating of the show. Nope. So it's like, no, I'm sorry, we don't care. And no, I'm glad I'm done with WWE. I'm not gonna watch WrestleMania this year. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it at all. I mean, especially with the rumor that it's going to be on the ESPN Plus, which actually technically I still have through my roommate who has Disney Plus.
Yeah, but still, no, I'm not gonna. I want people to. I think it'd be hilarious if that WrestleMania viewership, like ESPN, we'll get people to come in and watch WrestleMania, and it doesn't do anywhere close to the numbers that they were hoping for.
Oh yeah.
Because people just boycott it. I hope so. I don't think it's going to because a lot of the people in WWE who fans are just sheep who will watch regardless. And
oh yeah,
you don't get because they'll do. Oh, if WWE's doing it, it must be the right decision. No, it's not. Stop doing it for a quick money grab, and for one person's ego.
Oh, I also just realized that if ESPN Plus does do it, and I don't know, it depends on what they're looking for a number of viewers for it.
Yeah.
Because if they do it and they don't hit their number, they will probably publish in some way what the number was. And I want to see what that number is. I want to see what they're looking for.
I don't know if the number they will publish it, but I think like Meltzer will get his hands on the information
somehow.
He usually seems to get that kind of stuff. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we had to talk today. I have some other stuff I gotta go do and finish because I have a job now, and I which is still weird because it came out of nowhere and I didn't get a chance to transition into going from doing nothing all day, having my entire day open, to, oh, I have to go to work now. It's great, but it was just like, oh yeah, I have all this other stuff I got to do.
I have work that I need to do. Crap.
How am I supposed to have a job and actually do the stuff I want to do? Come on. It's not okay.
I know.
No. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comment section about your thoughts of AEW Revolution and what your predictions are. As much as we don't like to talk about the Saudi show, let us know what you thought about at least the Goldberg element of it.
Yeah.
And be nice. Be polite. Treat people You're all humans. Treat each other with respect, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we are softcore assholes, if you will. I know, at least I am. I try to be a nice person.
I'm a hardcore asshole. I don't deny it.
But, you know, be nice to everyone. You know, hold a door for somebody. Smile. Say hello. You know, try to be the bright side of somebody's day.
But since you're heading down that way and you made it to the end of this podcast, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up.
I don't have a noise for it yet. I'm sorry.
Make a noise. Wait, hold on. Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to put a picture there.
Yeah, but put a thumbs up and then make a noise.
No, I'm just going to put a picture.
Yeah. Give us a thumbs up.
Okay.
Since you're right there as well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Ding!
Ring that bell.
Ding ding!
And turn on all notifications so you know when all Zop Gaming content goes live.
Yeah, we got some new shows. You know, every Sunday, right? You know, the day after this show, it's Newa Wrestling. But our new show is on Wednesdays. It's Call of Cthulhu.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Lovecraftian horror video game, man. It's cool.
Yeah. You know what, Adam?
What?
You can get bent like WWE's dick.
Wow, dude. Wow. I mean, I don't even want to imagine that. That's oh, now that image is in my head.